Welcome to this Linode Partner Roundup, where I pull together the parts of what's been happening at Linode and in the industry space that I think you'll find interesting as a channel partner. Let's jump straight into it. Check out a video I recorded with our resident Linux guru and solutions engineering manager, Billy Thompson, at KubeCon in Valencia. It's all about what managed Kubernetes is and how, because it's now available as a managed service, it presents a new opportunity for managed service providers. Do you need to deploy a high-performance database cluster in production, but you'd rather not get involved with things like configuration, managing high availability, disaster recovery, backup, data replication? Big news for the Linode team, our fully managed database service is now available, supporting MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB. Take a look at our website for more info. When you think of Linode, you probably think of cloud computing. I often speak to partners surprised to spot we also offer S3 compatible object storage. It's got many uses, particularly if you provide IT services. Take a look at our latest video where we explain what it is, how it works, and where it might fit in your business. Open source alternatives are always a source of a lively debate in IT communities such as Reddit MSP. One such application MSPs are raving about is called Uptime Kuma, an open source monitoring solution for monitoring websites and application infrastructure. It's one that we offer in our marketplace. Find out what all the fuss is about in our latest video. If you're new to Linode, you might be new to the term alternative cloud. Ease of setup, cost savings, a single tier telephone support even for the little guy are some of the reasons that cloud providers other than AWS, Microsoft and Google are increasingly popular with MSPs. Like to know more? Check out 3 things you need to know about the alternative cloud over on our blog. Multi-cloud is the idea of deploying different workloads on different cloud providers depending on their individual strengths. There's an interesting article over on Smarter MSP where IT leaders are surveyed and 82% say they've adopted multiple clouds. 96% see value in workload portability, cost savings, reduced service provider risk and increased agility. Now, why is this of interest to you as an SMB? It's a growing trend, and if you're an MSP, it's quite likely some of your customers will want to use multiple platforms in the future, and you need to be capable of supporting them. Now, it's not going to be new to you that the cloud space is growing, but wow, at what a rate. A recent Gartner report highlights spending on public cloud services is going to hit nearly $500 billion this year. That's more than 20% growth over last year. Much of this is due to hybrid working. And the reminder here is that it's a key time for MSPs to be on top of their infrastructure as a service game in particular. Whether it's a conscious decision or not, as a provider of IT services, you're almost certainly using open source software of some kind. In this brilliant article over on computing, Daniel Berman highlights the 4 key areas you need to think about when it comes to open source application security. As a side note, you have got to create an account to read it, but it's free and it really is a great read, so I recommend it. An article on CRN talks about findings from a survey of 400 IT leaders on the topic of digital transformation. Now, overwhelmingly, of course, they're all focused on this area, but the article highlights customers realise it's not just about cloud adoption, but the modernisation piece going into the future. If you're an MSP, your services are in demand right now, and you need to make sure you're being loud and proud about where you fit in the equation and where you can offer the most value. Finally, if you've not heard of Paul Green in the MSP space, he's something of a marketing guru, and he recently teamed up with the guys at Zementum and UK MSP Apex Computing for a live session on growth hacks. It's really a brilliant watch. Apex already do a very good job of marketing, so it's particularly interesting to see the areas that get identified for improvement, and they're ones that we can all learn from and implement. It does require you leave some details to watch it, but I highly recommend you do. We're approaching silly season for the events, and actually, isn't it great to see in-person events happening properly again? Coming up in a few days, there's going to be Info Security Europe, CRN MSP Transform in London, Kaseya Connect Global in Las Vegas, and then at the start of August, it's the big one as far as I'm concerned, it's CompTIA, which is a ChannelCon and Partner Summit in Chicago, and that's the 2nd to the 4th of August. Registration is open already. I'm going to be there with the Linode team at our booth. So if you're going to be there, make sure you hit reply and let me know so we can say hello. More details will follow from us, of course, and you'll find links below to the agenda and loads more information about the event itself. Hope you enjoyed the roundup. Get in touch and let us know which cloud projects you're working on at the moment. That's it from me. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.